हमने कल डिस्कस किया पीरियोडिसिटी ऑफ एलिमेंट। पीरियोडिसिटी ऑफ एलिमेंट में जो हमने पहली चीज डिस्कस की, वी कैन डिस्कस एटॉमिक रेडियस। एटॉमिक रेडियस में हमने एक इंपॉर्टेंट चीज जो थी दैट इज आइसो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक स्पीशीज। आइसो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक स्पीशीज क्या थी? दीज आर दोज species having same number of electron but differ in the magnitude of nuclear charge are called isoelectronic species. Now let us take the example of isoelectronic species. We can take the examples nitride, oxygen, fluoride, neon, sodium, magnesium, aluminum. When we move from nitrogen to aluminum, each having 10 electrons. But in case of nitrogen, the atomic number is 7. In case of aluminum, atomic number is 13. When we move from atomic number 7 to 13, there is increase in nuclear charge. The magnitude of nuclear charge should be increases, due to which the force of attraction between the outermost electron and the nucleus increases. Therefore, atomic radius of aluminum is 3 is smallest and N3 negative is largest. Now, it means, for example, it is Mg2 positive and O2 negative. Which one of the following has highest atomic radius? It is this have largest atomic radius. Similarly, magnesium have the order of atomic radius is Al3 positive, Mg2 positive, Na positive, Ne positive, neon, Ne, then fluorine, then oxygen, then this is the order of atomic radius. It means the positive species having highest charge is more having highest charge are least atomic size, however having highest negative charge having largest atomic size. Now we can move to the another topic, that is ionization energy. When suppose I can write here, this is one of the atom in the gaseous state X. When we apply some sort of energy, this gives rise to positive ion plus electron. No, it means what is ionization energy? It is the energy required to remove an outermost electron from gaseous atom and converted into cation. It's called ionization energy. Now, when we remove the first electron from the gaseous atom, we can call first ionization energy. First ionization energy, and it is represented by IE1. Similarly, second, when we remove the electron from X positive gaseous into X2 positive plus electron, it is called IE2. When we remove another electron from this gaseous atom into X 3 positive gaseous plus electron, it is called IE3 means it is third ionization energy. Now it means when we move from first ionization energy to the third ionization energy, there is an increase in energy because to remove outermost electron is very easy. But the nuclear charge decreases from X positive in X to X positive, then X to positive. If it have highest nuclear charge, it have small nuclear charge. So the most energy is needed to remove this electron from this state in comparison with the first state. Hence, ionization in IE3 require more ionization energy in comparison with IE1. The unit of ionization energy is kilojoule per mole. This is the unit of ionization. How many energy is required to remove an electron from one mole of an atom? Hence, we can measure it in kilojoule per mole. Now, when we move along the periods from left to right, it means from lithium to beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. It means the atom, we find there is an irregular trend in ionization energy. The reason is that in case of beryllium, the ionization energy have this sort of trend. Increase in lithium, beryllium, boron, then carbon, then nitrogen, then oxygen, then neon. It means this sort of trend you can see the two dips in case of beryllium and nitrogen. The reason is in case of beryllium there is 2s2. In case of nitrogen electronic configuration is 2s2 2p3. It means completely filled, half filled orbital have most stable, hence they require higher ionization energy. So we can find a dip in beryllium and in case of nitrogen. However, when we move from top to bottom means lithium to cesium, there is decrease in ionization energy. The reason is that from lithium to cesium there is increase in principal quantum number, means in other words we can say there is increase in number of the shells. Hence the force of attraction between the outermost electron and the nucleus is least in case of cesium and most in case of lithium. Hence the cesium have least ionization energy in comparison with lithium. Similar trend is found in fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. There is a decrease in ionization energy decreases. Now there are various factors on which the ionization energy depend. Number one, size of atom. Size of atom means smaller the size, greater will be the ionization energy. Number two, penetrating effect. It means the orbital which is very close to the nucleus require more ionization energy than the other which is far away from the nucleus. Hence S, P, D, F means the S orbital is very close to nucleus. It have most favorable overlap. Hence S have greater penetration effect than P and D than F. Another one is electronic configuration. It means the orbital which are empty half filled and completely filled have more ionization energy than that of the other which doesn't have half filled or completely filled orbital. For example, beryllium have completely filled. These have more ionization energy than lithium and boron. Nitrogen have half filled orbital P3. Hence it has more ionization energy than carbon and oxygen. Hence the most prominent factor for the ionization energy is electronic configuration. Means half filled, completely filled and empty orbital have extra stability, therefore they require more ionization energy. Now another one is electron gain enthalpy. Third is electron gain enthalpy. What is electron gain enthalpy? Means it is basically when we can discuss the ionization energy. In case of ionization energy, we can remove the electron. However, in case of electron gain enthalpy, we can add the electron to the gaseous atom. Then what will be the electron gain enthalpy of that atom? We can define here. The electron gain enthalpy is basically the energy released when an electron is added to the gaseous atom. Means, for example, I write here some X gaseous atom. When add an electron, we can get X negative gaseous atom. Now, this X, how much energy is released when we convert X gaseous into X negative gaseous, we can call electron gain enthalpy. When we add another electron to this gaseous atom, we can call X2 negative. It means I write it is electron gain enthalpy EI1 and this is EI2. Now the total electron gain enthalpy equal to EI1 plus EI2. Now this electron gain enthalpy does not have a regular trend in the periodic table. The reason is, suppose I write here halogens. In case of halogen, the electron gain enthalpy is in this way. Bromine, then iodine. It means when we plot atomic number with electron gain enthalpy, electron gain enthalpy, there is the regular trend cannot be followed. The reason is that we see here fluorine have less electron gain enthalpy as predicted from the general periodic table than chlorine. The reason is that when we add the electron, for example, fluorine gaseous converted into F negative gaseous atom and chlorine gaseous atom converted into Cl negative gaseous atom. Now, in case of chlorine, the size is small. Hence, there is electronic repulsion between the electron. So, electron gain enthalpy decreases in comparison with the chlorine, which have comparable size than that of bromine iodine. Hence, electron gain enthalpy for the chlorine is higher than that of the fluorine ions. Similarly, when we move from left to right, we can see beryllium, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. It means halogens have 0 electron gain enthalpy. Electron gain enthalpy. However, orbitals having completely filled or half filled, they have more electron gain enthalpy. When we plot electron gain enthalpy with atomic number, it means beryllium and nitrogen have more electron gain enthalpy, but this trend is irregular when we move down the group. Now this electron gain enthalpy again depend upon size of the atom. It means smaller the size, greater will be the electron gain enthalpy. Another one, electronic configuration. The orbitals which are half filled or completely filled have more electron gain enthalpy, because the reason is that they have extra stability in comparison with the other, for example, boron, carbon, oxygen, fluorine, which does not have either half filled or completely filled orbitals. Hence, they have less electron gain enthalpy in comparison with beryllium and nitrogen. Now, this trend is also, we see here fluorine, bromine, iodine. Similar trend can be seen in nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Similar trend. Phosphorus have more electron gain enthalpy than nitrogen. Similar trend in oxygen and sulfur. The reason is that in case of nitrogen, chlorine and oxygen, they have smallest size. Hence, the trend is irregular in comparison with the arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Thank you.